52-38, Tarleton State leading, but they're just one of their last 8 from the floor, and the Rams just knocked down a three-pointer. And they come out with that full court pressure.
Yeah, a lot of great coaches, they like to change defenses out of a timeout. You see Vinay Patel going with some token pressure here to not allow Tarleton to quite get in their half-court offense as quickly this time.
All second half long, the Texans have done this. Enter into the paint. Sigascar. It falls. Andy Sigascar's got a baker's dozen, 13 tonight.
And it's 4 touches in a row where he's done everything right, and yet Angelo State willing to allow him to go one-on-one.
Big drive in the feed, but the easy lay not made by Jordan Ryan. Kaya Isaac wants to push the tempo. Isaac handling things at point. Now off to Dior Johnson. Feed over to O'Cypher Owens. Just 2 on the timer. He has to step back for the 3. It rolls off, and the rebound grabbed there by Zion Little.
And you can see Owens has a lot in the bag. He just needs to refine some things, and he could be a great player in the WAC.
Texans letting the shot clock wind all the way down on that possession. Scott for 3 off the front of the rim. Mazzell wants to push. Kaya Isaac in transition, lays it in, and a chance for more.
I thought we were going to see a culture play by Scott, who was coming up from behind him. He fouled him, but most teams would rather send a guy to the line rather than give up the layup. If you're going to foul him, you can't let him get the shot off right there. Big mistake by the freshman.
So Isaac, who has been running the floor, playing better over the last few games for Coach Gillespie and company, and it's the Texans who will have a shot at the line when we come back. 56-38, they're on top. Look at the WAC Player of the Week and WAC Newcomer of the Week, an award not going out on a limb, Scott, but I think he will collect a few more times this year. That's Dior Johnson, but it's Kaya Isaac at the line trying to complete the three-point play out of the timeout.
Yeah, I'd like to see Isaac. You know, you had mentioned Isaac a second ago on the point, and I'm not sure if we see that if Jordan Mazzell's not having the struggles that he's having right now at the 1 for them. But, yeah, I don't know how Johnson doesn't pick up that award for the second straight week. Do you?
I mean, he's off to a great start, 21 points to begin the new week, and definitely impressive of what he's done against Power 4 opponents this year. Sigascar with a rejection. He goes in again and ends up committing the foul there on Jaquai Murray.
It was already a tough shot. He didn't have to swat. He swatted a first time and got away with it, then swatted a second time, and no question, the foul was forthcoming.
And one thing Billy Gillespie prides himself on and his teams on is defense and playing tough. And he was really disappointed talking to us, even though we mentioned, hey, great opponents you're playing against. He said, we cannot be giving up over 90 points. I don't care who we're playing. Tonight, Scott, holding the Rams to 26% from the floor. He's got to be happy with that, you would think.
The numbers are good. The little things, though, that he'll point out in tape, I'm sure, in film study, just like that last play where Sigascar doesn't need to swat like that. He's already put his, the guy that he's defending in jail. There's no way he was going to make that shot at the rim, and if he does, just tip your cap to him. Don't get yourself in foul trouble by doing things fundamentally not necessary.
So here's Isaac bringing it up the floor.
Yeah.
On top of that, Porter came in, and he was handling things at the guard spot as well. First action this year, Dior Johnson. He'll go back to the foul line. He's only attempted 12 foul shots tonight, so a couple more for number 7.
Great guards that help their teams in crunch time know how to drive and draw fouls, and that's what you're seeing right there. Look how Johnson, just that little bit of a dig with that inside shoulder, that right shoulder into the defender, drawing enough contact to draw the foul, but yet not too much to where he's not able to at least have a chance to convert the and one. That takes a lot of gym time to refine those skills.
Angelo State 5-0. Last time they played Tarleton State, they were 5-0. It was in 2019. They won that matchup. They've actually won the last 3, moving to 6-0. But again, first time these two teams have met. since Tarleton has transitioned to the Division I level, but still a rivalry. Both teams much dislike for each other.
And there's enough resistance tonight from the Rams to make Tarleton do things the right way. Sometimes you see a mismatch, and the team that has the bigger, faster, stronger players just come out and not really go hard. That's not been the case tonight with Tarleton. Although I'm not sure Billy Gillespie would let that happen anyway. He's got enough players over there on the bench. I think they've got 40 chairs sitting over there with players in them that he'll go to somebody else if you're not going hard.
He said it's one of the deepest benches he's had in terms of quality options he has on the bench.
No doubt. That's a key word there, the quality.
Sigaskar looking for quality. He can't finish.
Man, that was going to be an amazing play. That might have ended up on SportsCenter right there. And, boy, Sigaskar's got the length at 6'9", 230 to bring the house down.
Corner from three buried there, and the Rams knock it down from distance. Jordan Crawford.
Yeah, you miss on this end, give up a 3 on that end. It's a 5-point swing, and it's still a 17-point game, but there's still 10 minutes to go.
Mazzell, elbow jumper, it falls.
Nice to see him hit that jumper after the notable problems he's had so far this year, defending as well as on the offensive end, but he's out there working hard tonight. Staying in front is something he's been working to do, and right there, not enough times have we seen that this year from Mazzell. He's a little bit disappointed that the shot was made, but he did everything he needed to do to force that tough take. You can't play it better than that. Billy Gillespie will laud him, I'm sure, in the next time out.
Callan Nichols is able to hit the tough shot. Number 15, Jaquai Murray, not a ton of action tonight, Scott. He's the leading scorer coming in, just 6 points, but 4 fouls has limited his playing time tonight for the NC Central transfer who's led this team with 15 a night.
Yeah, Murray's a guy that will come in and give you a little bit of a spark. We've seen him do that before. And, you know, right now with 8:40 to go, for Angelo State, that spark's got to come pretty soon.
Most definitely.
But he's an old-school type player, a great back-to-the-basket guy, that guy Crawford.
Inside, it's loose on the hardwood. And shot clock violation. Yeah, Crawford knocking down that three.
He started as a freshman at Louisiana Tech, CUSA Freshman of the Year, in fact. Only freshman to have 100 assists and 35 steals, Jordan Crawford. You mentioned Ruston, Louisiana. I'll never forget Sonny Dykes, who is the TCU head coach, the former SMU head football coach, said one time, he goes, "Scott, you never been to Ruston?" I said, "No." He goes, "Get ready." I said, "What do you mean get ready?" It's the most humid place on planet Earth. And lo and behold, Rich and I showed up there that night. I could not believe how muggy it was over there in Ruston. Have you ever been there?
Yes, plenty of times last year for some action on the hardwood, and I can attest.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do. Luckily, I was inside the Thomas Assembly Center, but yes, most definitely. But it is something tonight. We just were mentioning Jaquai Murray and some limited action. He gets to the foul line, which he does so well, and he's back there. But the 4 personals has hurt tonight for him.
You know, he's benefited, too, from having all those indie workouts in the summer. It's helped him. It's refined his skills. His size helps him, no question, at 235. But they like to play through him. He'll draw the double teams. Hasn't drawn them as consistently tonight as he has in games past. But still, he's sort of fighting through some adversity tonight. And I don't know how this score is going to turn out, but this game has benefited both teams tonight.
They've got plenty of options. Angelo State does. Zion Little leading the way on the glass with 9 rebounds. A Texas A&M Kingsville transfer in their conference, and that's something that Coach Patel said, well, that's going to be a rivalry. Of course, West Texas A&M will be.
You know, what's interesting, Angelo State, as good as they are, they were picked 6th in the Lone Star Conference. I was a little bit surprised by that. That they picked defending regional champions Dallas Baptist to repeat as LSC champions. And then you mentioned St. Mary's and Lubbock Christian with St. Ed's and West Texas A&M, perennial powers there. But this Rams team, they may challenge for the title this year.
And part of that, too, is they didn't even return anybody, just 1 basket from a year ago. So when you're putting together the preseason polls, those are so hard to determine things as Murray goes up. But you're right, Scott. Dallas Baptist was incredible last year. It is a great conference. It truly is. And it's all